Squiz Kids acknowledges the traditional owners of the lands on which we podcast, the Turrbal and Kombumerri people.
Squiz Kids!
It's your daily news fix. Fun, free, fresh.
Hello and welcome to Squiz Kids Today, your fresh take on what's happening in the world around you. I'm Bryce Corbett. It's Thursday, February 8. In Squiz Kids Today, Happy New Year of the Dragon, Brazil's new camouflage frog, beware deep fake audio, and a real-life invisibility cloak. That's what's making news, kid style.
The Lowdown.
Look out, kids of Australia, because this coming weekend you're likely to see lots of dragons in the streets. Dragons in the cities, dragons in small country towns. And no, that's not because Hiccup and Toothless and Astrid and Stormfly are about to fly out of Burke all the way here to Australia, but because this Saturday is the first day of the Lunar New Year. Once called the Chinese New Year, the Lunar New Year is a massive celebration all over the world, coming as it does about a month or so after the Western New Year, the one that we celebrate on December 31 with fireworks over Sydney Harbour. And because it follows the Chinese zodiac, it means that each year belongs to a different animal sign. Last year, it was the rabbit. This year, it's the dragon. Lunar New Year celebrations in Australia are some of the biggest outside of Asia, attracting almost 1.5 million revellers in Sydney alone. So expect to see dancing lions and dragons and hear heaps of firecrackers going off, a tradition to scare off evil spirits. Around the world, some 2 billion people will take part in Year of the Dragon celebrations. So, according to the Chinese zodiac, what characteristics do people born in the Year of the Dragon have? Well, they're said to be confident, fun, and natural-born leaders. And which year do you need to have been born in? Well, that would be 2012, 2000, 1988, and going back in multiples of 12, so 1977, 1964, and 1952. And finally, what are the taboos during the Year of the Dragon, the things we should avoid doing? Well, apparently we should avoid placing our bed in the northwest corner of our bedroom. That's a bit odd. And to avoid wearing jewellery shaped like a dog. Think I can manage that? And what should you do for luck in the Year of the Dragon? Wear yellow and blue clothes, apparently. Which is handy if you're a Parramatta Eels or a West Coast Eagles or a Golden State Warriors or a Sunshine Coast Lightning fan. I was born in the Year of the Pig. All right, stop laughing. It's not funny. It's also known as the Year of the Boar. And no, it's not B-O-R-E, it's B-O-A-R. Rude.
Spin the globe.
Each day we give the world globe a spin and find a news story from wherever it stops. And today we've landed in Brazil, where a new species of super clever frog has been discovered. So, what makes this frog so special? Oh, only the fact that it changes colour completely from day to night. It's yellow during the day and then changes to become brown at night, apparently for camouflage reasons. That's just genius. I've stuck a link to photos of it in today's episode notes. And speaking of frogs, Cyclone Kirrily has dumped so much rain into the Aussie outback that a rare species of frog has been popping up everywhere. This particular species lies underneath the desert sands, sometimes for years, waiting for a big wet. And when it comes to life and crawls its way to the surface to eat and to breed. Just amazing. And if you, like me, love frogs, you should know that this week the results came in from the Frog ID Project, an Australia-wide effort to get people like you and me to record frog sounds in their backyard and send them in to experts. More than 45,000 Aussies sent in recordings of frogs in their backyards, from Tassie to WA, Melbourne to Townsville, and more than 1 million frog calls were recorded, including one that sounds like a chicken crossed with a lawnmower. And because that sounds like it couldn't be true, I've stuck a link to it in today's episode notes so you can hear it for yourself.
Weird science.
And so we swing from frogs that camouflage themselves in nature to a high-tech, real-life invisibility cloak for humans. Now, if you've read the Harry Potter books or seen the movies, you'd know the cloak of invisibility is like the coolest thing a kid could own. Well, now Chinese scientists have developed a material that, once you put it on, means that you are invisible to radar. To get all sciencey for a moment, this new material has an ability to reflect electromagnetic waves, meaning the wearer could move across any landscape without being detected by radar technology. That's amazing. It's called a metamaterial and is named after the ancient mythical creature the chimera, which is itself a mixture of a chameleon, the glass frog and the bearded dragon. And this new wild scientific discovery could be used in lots of different situations. Like staying up and watching TV next to your parents late into the night without them even noticing. Or sneaking into your sister's room. Just random examples, mind you.
Newshounds.
Every Thursday, Squizzy the Newshound sticks his snout into Squiz Kids HQ to report back on fishy things he's sniffed out on the internet. And today, his nose is twitching madly following reports in the United States, India and the UK of something called audio deep fakes. So what's an audio deep fake? It's when AI, or artificial intelligence, is used to mimic or copy someone's voice. Say, for example, a prime minister or a president or a politician. And then a recording of that fake voice is used in phone calls or online memes to make it seem like that politician is saying stuff that they never actually said. How tricky. But why would people do that? Because all sorts of clever AI tech tricks are increasingly being used to influence the way an election goes. And as we grow up to become voters, deciding who runs our country and our world, it's really important that we're aware that some people are trying to trick us, and that we develop strategies to combat them. Like Squizzy the Newshound's favourite strategy, which is to stop, think, and check before believing everything we see, read, or hear. Thanks, Squizzy, you've gone and done it again. And a reminder for any teachers or parents out there, Newshounds, Squiz Kids' very own, absolutely free media literacy program for primary school kids, is the perfect way to ensure your kids are able to spot misinformation when they come across it online. If you haven't signed up to do it yet, head to our website, squizkids.com.au, and get involved.
Time for the quiz.
This is the part of the podcast where you get to test how well you've been listening. Question number 1. In which country have scientists discovered a new species of camouflaging frog? Well done if you said Brazil. Question number 2. What year is it this year in the Chinese zodiac? That's right, it's the year of the dragon. Question number 3. The Frog ID project uncovered a frog in Australia whose call sounds like a chicken crossed with a what? Well done if you said lawnmower.
Shout outs.
It's February 8. Tassie kids finally returned to school today for the start of term 1. Welcome back, Tassie. Nice of you to join us. It's also a special day for these Squiz kids celebrating a birthday today. Fred from Denmark in Western Australia, not Scandinavia. Dahlia from West Pennant Hills. Harrison from Forest Lake. Neva from Ivanhoe and Harriet from Perth. And happy belated birthday as well to Sophia, Chloe, Isabel, Summer and Rory, all from Yass. And also to Diana from Greenwich. And a special note to Diana's mum, Tracy. Let's pretend that it was just us that forgot to give Diana a shout out yesterday and not you forgetting to send in the request. We'll take a hit for the team, but we'll just keep it between us, yeah? Oh, hang on. And classroom shout outs today go to the Year 5 Robins and Hummingbirds at the Repton School in Abu Dhabi. Class 5 Red with Miss Somerville at Sacred Heart School in Bouval. Class 6E with Mrs. Trowell at St Patrick's College in Shorncliffe. Rooms 2 and 3 with Miss McDonald, Miss C, Mrs. Rubin and Mrs. O'Brien at Avon Vale Education Support Centre. Miss Wood's class at Parkside Primary School and Class 2B with Miss Bainbridge at Murrumbina Primary School. Don't forget, if you've got a birthday coming up and you want a shout out, or if you're after a classroom shout out, drop us a line at squizkids@thesquiz.com.au or fill out the form on our website. And teachers, there's a form there too for you to fill out for the birthdays of every kid in your class. Easy. Well, that's all we have time for. Thanks for listening to Squiz Kids today. We'll be back tomorrow with our weekly Kids versus Adult News quiz, where you get to test who's been paying the most attention to the week that just was. Perfect to play against your parents or teachers. In the meantime, though, get out there and have a most excellent day. Over and out.